Hey, what's up, everybody? Good afternoon. Got another video for you guys. Happy Monday. Like I said, it's good afternoon to everybody. We are out here on I-70 and Highway 58, heading eastbound. And unfortunately, we've been stuck in traffic for the past 30 minutes or so. From what everybody's saying on channel 19 is that, I-70 eastbound is closed due to a belly dump, is what they're saying. It has dumped their load on the highway. Now, I don't know how much of that is true, but I have my third load on my truck right now. I got loaded at 121, and right now the time is 2:18. So basically an hour since I got loaded. I should have already been almost getting to my exit out there and walking, but we're still doing the job at the oil field rig out there. And yeah, so when I came back with my to pick up my third load, my last load, happy load, what have you, I was coming up right here to I-70 and Ward Road, like I said, westbound, and I saw a bunch of cloud dust. I was up in there, and I was thinking that maybe there was a tractor trailer that probably caught on fire or something. But as soon as I passed up that portion, I noticed that there was dirt on the road, and immediately my thoughts right away screamed out that it was more than likely a tractor trailer hauling material from one of the quarry pits up here. Just lost its load, but it didn't look like it was enough to impact the conditions. It just covered the road. It was like spread out by cars and tractor trailers just driving over it. So it wasn't like a mound of material that just was on the highway. But yeah, like I said, we're stopped. So we're literally at a complete stop right now. They did say that I-70 was closed, but I mean, I was too far gone. I couldn't get off. Plus, if I were to get off on one of these exits right here in these neighborhoods, right here at Youngfield, it'd have been a hell of a time for me to get through the lights and then get back to the highway. Plus, I'm by the hour, so no rush. But yeah, that bridge that's right here is Highway 58th. That takes you towards Golden, and it takes you right there to where the Coors Brewery is at. So that's westbound right there. But yeah, we're at a complete dead stop right now. I've been on channel 19 since all this happened, just listening to any update on the highway right here being reopened, if anybody sees anything. But they've only been saying that they got a sweeper out there and they got DOT out on the highway right now. So let's see how long this takes. I was hoping that lane 1, the fast lane, the left lane would be open, but everybody's at a complete dead stop now. So looks like the right lane is inching forward just a little bit from what I can see, but the middle lane and the left lane are at a dead stop. That's why I'm able to record this video right now, why I was able to set up my camera and everything to get this portion footage. I got a coworker calling me right now. I'll just call him back here in a second. Actually, let me answer him. Oh, that was almost an accident right there. So I just got off the phone with my coworker. He just called to tell me that there's another object on the highway right now by I-70 and Wadsworth. So he told me to get in my left lane. This object or whatever is in the middle of both the right lane and the middle lane. So he told me to just get over to my left lane because it's a big metal box. It might be a toolbox or something, but we'll see here shortly. But yeah, if you guys just saw that right now, if my camera got it, those two cars were actually going to merge into each other right in front of me. So yeah, like I said, I'm on channel 19 listening to this. It's normally never this bad, but I said only here in Denver is where you get traffic like this, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's everywhere, but it just gets really annoying. At least my coworkers were able to make it through. They were already past it, so they just had to stick it out. Shoot, earlier this morning as well, on my first load, I did take some pictures of a vehicle that rolled over going towards the dump site where we're working at. I'll probably input those pictures here at the end of the video. But yeah, that was a nasty roll. It was a Jeep. It looks like maybe possibly like a Jeep Commander or something. Just rolled on this two-lane road out there on Watkins. I forget what county road it is. When you get off the highway right there on I-70 in Watkins, it's considered Watkins Road, but as you head further south, it's County Road something. But like half a mile away from I-70 south, the Jeep Commander or whatever. I know it's a Jeep. Like I said, I have pictures of it. It rolled and it went into the ditch and rolled a couple times until it finally took out a fence line from this property. Now, I was told that possibly this service truck, company truck, whatever, might have tagged it, might have T-boned it somehow, some way, and caused it to roll somehow. I don't know. My thoughts is that maybe this driver was just impatient, trying to tailgate, and just decided to try to go around this service truck or whatever. And possibly did, and it was trying to outrun the vehicle that was coming from the north to the south, and probably just try to cut in front of that pickup truck, and then just got thrown off the road. The road, like I said, it's narrow, only two-way traffic, north and southbound, just one lane each. And yeah, it wasn't good. From what my coworkers said is that he talked to the state patrol that was out there, and he said that the driver from that Jeep was actually thrown from that vehicle. I don't know if that's actually accurate or 100% true, but it was a pretty bad accident. So we'll see. Like I said, I'll post pictures of what that Jeep looked like and how it was when I passed by and I took photos of it. It was the exact same thing as this. Like we had to slowly inch forward until we were able to cross by it, because they had a tow truck there. They had obviously emergency services there, and yeah, so not ideally a good way to start the week. I was hearing on channel 19 a couple of drivers saying get off right here at the TA and then swing wide to jump back on. You literally would have to do a U-turn to get back on the highway. It's not going to be easy to be doing that with the tractor trailer. A personal vehicle, yeah, I can see it being done, but not with the tractor trailer combo. Or even a tandem dump truck. I don't see that being possible, so just gonna have to ride it out. Now, I did mention on my last video that I posted, I was hoping to go fishing this weekend. Just got caught up with a couple things for the norm. And it was really cold. It was really cold in the morning. Like I said, I dedicate my weekends to my family. So the times that I have gone fishing, I go early in the morning, and then I try to come back by 11, 12 o'clock. So that way I can just enjoy the rest of the day with my family. Yeah, early in the morning, it was like 20 degrees. And that was not trying to go fishing early in the morning to sit through all that. This pickup truck right here in front of me, is red one. The license plate is a black license plate from here, from Colorado. It says Debo on it, and there's a newer Audi right here next to me. I think it's a Q8. It's a tan color. The license plate on that says My Muffin. It's funny, the license plates that people come up with nowadays. I remember years ago, back then, you would never think to customize your license plate, put names or anything like that on them. You would just get what you got from the DMV, and that was it. Whatever letters, whatever numbers. A couple of guys were saying that they had their phones out, they're recording on TikTok and Facebook, this and that. I joked around that I was on YouTube Live or whatever, but yeah. So I'll just catch up with you guys once I get down to the dump site. So I'll see you guys then. All right, so I'm almost to the dump site now. I've been just been driving. I was talking on the phone for a little bit with one of my coworkers. It's 3:24 now. So when I paused the video earlier, when I was talking to you guys, sorry, watching my mirrors. I was actually I was stuck in traffic for like another 25 minutes or so before they slowly started to let traffic on through. So I was in the middle lane, as you guys saw in that video. I was in the middle lane. The left lane was closed. The fast lane was closed. So only the right two lanes were open at the time when I was able to get through there. That was a mess. Like I said, I was loaded at 121. And I was there for about almost an hour, maybe about 50 minutes, until I was able to get through there. Like I said, it's already 3:25 now. So basically 2 hours from dump site to get over there. That was pretty insane. Normally I would have already been out the yard by now. Already been out the yard, finishing up and getting ready to leave, if I hadn't lost that hour right there, but it's all right. I unfortunately woke up late today. I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning. I was already supposed to be leaving the yard I should have already been at the pit by 6 o'clock. At the most, leaving my yard. It only takes me about like 18 minutes to get to the pit from the yard. So yeah, I woke up late. I didn't get to the pit till 7:30, and I didn't get loaded till, what was it, 7:50? Well, that's when I got my ticket, when I left the scale house. But it's all right. So flipped around the camera. So this guy just barely opened the gate for me. So I just pulled off. It's coming to the property now. There's a guy that's right there that mans the gate. He keeps an eye out for trucks that are coming in and out, so he opens and closes the gate for every single vehicle. Since it's a private property, only a certain amount of vehicles are allowed to come in here. But look at that view in that little side camera right there. I don't know what that little pond is right here. Has to do with something with the agriculture here for this property, or unless that's where they get the water for the livestock here, because They say they have livestock in here. They have cattle in here. I don't know if that's true, but they put up cattle guards in some portions of this property, and there's also like a big old tank container for that they have filled up with water for animals, for livestock. So I don't know for, yeah. But in that corner view right there, that's actually Pikes Peak right there. Right there on the right hand, towards the right side of the screen, that's Pikes Peak. Once I start heading west right now, as soon as we're getting ready to leave, I have a better picture view, but it's a really nice view right now. The wind's calm, nothing crazy going on. It's a really nice view. Looks like they already got a rig set up over there. I don't know if that's for a water well or whatever, but they already have a rig right there towards the right off the road. I can't tell what it is. A bunch of prairie dogs. There's a coyote that likes to hang around right here by this road. There's a bunch of prairie dog holes all along this side right here, on both sides of the road. It's a good sized coyote that hangs around, and he comes up close to the road as trucks are driving by. So he's not too shy. So coming up to this T right here, gotta turn left, going towards the pad. Gotta be on channel 12 when you come into this property. That's the channel that these guys run on. When we first started, we did this road right here. This road that you guys are looking at. And then this is a cattle guard that they had just put in. They already had this tracking rock, but they just put in this cattle guard right here. And they painted the fence right here. But yeah, we did this road when we first started the project about 2.5 weeks ago. There's also a herd of pronghorn that hangs out right there by that little pond or whatever it is, whatever it's used for. There's a herd of pronghorn that hang around right there. I think I counted a little over 20 of them. I was actually talking to one of my coworkers earlier this morning, before I started recording from where that accident, not the accident, but the highway closure was at. We were talking about this job site, and I was telling them we're actually really lucky, man, that they're not enforcing a lot of rules here. Meaning, like, they're not requiring us to wear FR clothing, fire resistant or fire retardant clothing. Because when I worked over there in Greeley, when I was doing the exact same thing that I'm doing here, for these pad locations, we were required to wear steel toe boots and FR clothing. And every day, somebody would stop us and check us throughout the day. Just stop us one time just to see if we had what we needed.
You can jump on the north side of my blade, please.
Say 4. So we're making really good progress with this pad now.
What's that?
So we're making really good progress with this pad now.
Yeah, a little bit. Gonna need more truck.
How many do you guys have total right now?
Running on this, I think we only have 10. You guys?
Oh, really? 6 of Lone Tree and then 4 of us? Wow.
Oh, 10 Lone Tree and then 4 of you.
Ah, okay, that makes more sense. I was like, yeah, I've seen more than 10 trucks.
Usually on pads like this, we run like between 40 and 60.
They just wanted to be nice to you. They didn't want to overwhelm you.
We got rid of Double J, so now we have you guys. I think we're gonna get maybe some trucks from Waste Connection.
Be done by the time we get them.
We need some, or we're gonna be here another 2 weeks.
They gonna be done with that other part, ready for us on that other pad when we're done with this one.
No, not even close. That one's double the amount of dirt to move on than this one.
Wow.
Yeah, that pad over there is bigger than this one.
We'll be back there in probably January or February, huh?
I think it has to be done by December, so I bet they get that thing done in the next 3 weeks, maybe.
Oh, wow. 3
We
weeks.
have a pad built on north of here by 70 that will be done before that one, probably.
Oh, I see.
You guys have a good evening. We will see you in the morning.
Ready, sir. We'll see you in the morning.
10-4, hasta mañana. Yeah, it's a beautiful view right there.
Of course, I know you only have Vicky behind me when you're done.
And 4.
All right, what's going on, everybody? This is a continuation of the video from earlier today. Now, as you guys can tell, I'm already at home. It's been a couple hours since I started recording earlier. So I got off work at 5 o'clock, and I didn't leave the yard till around 5:20 or so. And then I got home like around 6:30. Anyways, long story short, it's already 8:20 now when I'm finishing up this video. When I stopped recording earlier today, something else had happened on the road. Yes, like I said, always say every day is a different day. There's always something that happens. It's really rare when you don't see something on the road, especially being as a truck driver. And what I mean by that is after I got to the dump site, so I got loaded up with the last load around 1:21 is when I got my ticket from the scale house, and I proceeded to leave the pit, and I started making my way towards the dump site. And then that's when I ran into that highway closure down there on I-70 and Ward Road, basically eastbound I-70. And the slowdown started, at least when I got to it, it was right there off of I-70 and Colorado Mills Parkway. That's where it started to slow down at, and it took a little over an hour to get to
to get past that point where the whole situation was, where they're blaming, or they were blaming on the radio. Um, a belly dump truck had dropped his load on the highway. Now, when I passed by there earlier in the day, when I recorded earlier, um, it just looked like an even layer across the highway on the eastbound lane, just an even layer of dirt. Couldn't see how many inches or whatever of difference, but you can see that there was a substantial amount of dirt on the highway that got thrown off. Like it's a material. It's dirt to dirt. It doesn't matter if it's structural fill, road base, crusher fines, what have you. Dirt's dirt. That's what it was. That's what was on the highway. And when I saw it when I was heading westbound to get my last load, um, I thought that one of the trucks that was coming down the mountain was catching on fire, because I did see a truck that was blowing through there, and I just seen a big old cloud of smoke. It wasn't until I passed it up and I was looking over there that I was able to see that it was actually dirt that was across the highway. Anyways, um, so they proceeded to call DOT and also a street sweeping crew to come out and clean that whole area, and that's what caused the highway closure. And I wasn't gonna try to wiggle my way around the exits and the side roads and everything to get back on the highway. So I just said I'll ride it out. Like I said, I get paid by the hour, so it ain't no thing for me to stay in traffic. It sucks, but it is what it is. Anyways, so that was around, I want to say 2 o'clock, a little bit before 2 o'clock, maybe like 1:50 when I got into the accident there, or not the accident, but the road closure. And then I didn't get down to the dump site, and I didn't dump my load until 3:45. That's when I left the dump site. So it took me over 2 hours to get down there to the dump site, which is crazy. On a good clear day, it takes about an hour and 5 minutes. Anyways, so I stopped the recording earlier when I was at the dump site, because I was talking to another driver from the company that we're working with. I was talking to him, and then I talked to him till I got on the I-70 ramp, because he was going back up to Greeley. So I was talking to him, and then I just started talking on the phone to one of my other coworkers, see if he's already at the yard, yada yada yada. Anyways, I made it all the way back to the dog food factory, warehouse facility, what have you, over there off of I-70 and I guess right before Brighton Road. As soon as you go underneath the new tunnel that they built, it's a new tunnel bridge that they built right there. You go underneath it, and yeah. So I got to that point, and I was in the Hammer lane, lane 1, and then right next to me on my left hand side was express lane. I was making my way. I was going through the tunnel. Once I was almost completely out of the tunnel, this is the crazy part. I heard a sport bike just barreling down the highway, coming through the tunnel, and I immediately proceeded to look over into my rearview mirror or passenger mirror, whatever. I proceeded to look to the mirror to look back behind me, and I could see that this sport bike was just hauling. And I ride as well. I've been riding since I was 16. I'm 33 now, so I have a general idea just by eyeballing that he was probably going a little bit over 100 miles an hour. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that, but he was going pretty dang fast through that tunnel. And I was like, well, that's really smart. I mean, he's on the express toll lane. It's gonna start to get a little crazy up ahead, and it's rush hour traffic, afternoon traffic. Everybody's trying to get home and go back to where they need to go. I got to where you're in between the Coliseum on your left-hand side, on the south side of I-70, and then the National Western Complex on the right side, on the north side of I-70. And I had seen stop traffic on the express lane. So now I'm getting closer to that point, and I saw stop traffic, and I couldn't understand why they were jumping over the white line. Come to find out, that guy on the sport bike didn't make it. What I mean is, I don't know if he was trying to bob and weave through traffic or whatever, just doing his thing, but somebody hit him, or he hit somebody. When I approached, I saw 3 vehicles that were pulled over. They had their flashers on, their emergency hazard lights on, and they were running around trying to figure out what to do or whatever. I couldn't see that well because I was coming up behind traffic. But once I got up next to him, I can see the guy on the bike just on the ground, and I was like, oh my god, like I automatically thought the worst. Because I just seen this guy just a couple seconds prior, like maybe a minute or two prior, and he's laying on the ground. No one's by him. He's kind of like in a fetal position, but he's not moving. I was like, that's a bad sign. And I saw like three guys that were just a couple of feet away from him. I want to say maybe, I don't know, like 15 yards away from him. It was a sport bike. His sport bike was total trash. They had hit the concrete barrier, and yeah, it was completely just trashed. It looked like a soda can, and all the fluids, all the oil was leaked out of it. And it was a nice bike. It was a newer BMW RR maybe. But it was a newer BMW. It looked really nice and it sounded really nice when he flew by. But I had rolled down my window and I looked down to see the rider. Like I said, he was in the fetal position, and I looked down at him and I yelled at him, "You okay? Like, hey, you all right? You need help?" Obviously, he already had people there around him, and I could already see CDOT already barreling down the highway to close off. Maybe they were coming from another accident or something just further back. And then when somebody dialed 911, when that saw it happen, they probably right away notified them and then just came flying down the express lane, and they proceeded to close off the highway right there as well. But when I looked down, thankfully he had his eyes open. He looked up at me. He didn't move, but he kind of blinked at me, and I was like, all right, cool. He's not screaming. He's conscious for the most part. But he's not moving. His pants and everything were pretty tore up, but he was not moving. I was like, well, that's the best thing, that nobody touches him. Nobody tries to move him. So, yeah, I mean, if nobody was there, if nobody was like trying to help him or whatever, I would have stopped the truck right there, blocked traffic, and then I would have just got out. But thankfully, there was other people there to look out for him. I did notice he had a GoPro on the front of his helmet, so they'll have some pretty good footage of whatever happened, because I'm pretty sure he had a recording. I couldn't tell if it was on or whatever, but he had a GoPro on his helmet, so maybe he was recording. And who knows? He might release it once he gets cleared by the hospital or whatever. But yeah, scary. As a fellow rider, you just got to know when it's okay, when you can act the fool, and when not to. I mean, it's always a flip of the coin for anybody else that rides. It can happen in any moment. You could be just cruising down the highway, minding your business, not even acting a fool, and all of a sudden your motorcycle just get the death wobble, just starts wobbling back and forth, just scary. I've been seeing videos where guys are riding down these long highway stretches, in the canyons or even on the frontage road of the mountains, and also on the deer just crosses the road and they hit the deer or whatever, and just a lot of stuff goes into factor. So like I said, the flip of a coin, blink of an eye, something can happen. But yeah, crazy. It's unfortunate. Like I said earlier today, there was another incident. First thing in the morning, first load, there was a Jeep that rolled over. I'll add the photos of that. Once I end this video, I'll show the photos of the Jeep that rolled. Just something else too that happened. Couldn't tell if this person was trying to if they were trying to go around somebody on that road where we go to get to the dump site. It's a two-way road, so one can go southbound and one can go northbound. There are certain spots where you can pass the other vehicle, but there's not a whole lot, and then it's a lot of hills and stuff, so you're going up and down. And right there where that happened at, you were coming up over a hill, so it looked like, from my point of view, I'm not 100% sure, it just looked like maybe possibly this person was trying to just go a little bit faster than what everybody else is going, and probably try to go around this vehicle, and he either made it around him, because there was another car coming, and he tried to jump back over. Maybe the vehicle they was trying to go around clipped it and caused it to roll over, or maybe he went to try to pass his vehicle. Another vehicle came and wasn't able to pass, so he overcorrected himself, getting back into the lane behind him, and that's what caused him to roll. I don't know, but it's those are my two guesses. I'm not 100% sure, like I said, but I've seen it happen where people do that, and it's not good. Up until now, but my coworkers were there also for like about an hour waiting, so I was able to catch up to them, even though I had a late start because I woke up late. But not a good way to start Monday. I had the vehicle rollover first thing in the morning. Second load, I had a tractor trailer that threw material on the highway. At the end of the day, going back to the yard, had the dude on the motorcycle that had that horrible accident. So, oh man, it's bad. It's bad out here. But that's going to do it for tonight or for today. Appreciate everybody that joined my live that I had earlier. I wasn't expecting to go live, but I went live during the road closure. When I paused the video, I was on the phone for like maybe 3 minutes, and I just decided to go on live and share the whole moment of being stuck in traffic and then making my way out to the dump site. So I appreciate everybody that was on the live. I want to say thank you to everybody that's subscribed and has commented on my videos and shared my videos. Really appreciate everybody that's joining me on my journey. And I will continue to put out content. Like I said, I'm learning, I'm trying to put out better content for everybody. It's just a learning process. You don't master something overnight. So thank you for everybody for being patient, but that'll do it. I'll see you guys in the next one. More than likely it'll be tomorrow. So see you then. Good night, everybody. Later.